We don't draw the negative crowd over here. And when I look back on the journey, there's one thing that I'm especially proud of. 250,000 subscribers, and I've never used a single word of profanity. That's an accomplishment. That's a milestone. Pat yourself on the back, Marv. You deserve it. Yeah, we can't get checked in, man, because our computers are down. They had a power outage. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. To all my first-time viewers, welcome to the channel. So this is a load of potatoes. Picked it up yesterday up in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, which is a little bit north, closer to the Virginia state line, closer to Fancy Gap, up that region, off the 421. So I picked it up yesterday, and I came back to the yard. So I've got an 8 o'clock appointment down in Malden Food Line, the same place I deliver to on the weekend, or on the weekends. So once I chop it off today, I'm a deadhead back to the yard. Or I might just go straight to the shipper and I'll pick up my regular load that I normally pick up on Saturdays. But it all depends on what time I get back. I believe my appointment for today's pickup is 6 p.m. So if I get back around 3, 4 o'clock, I might call him, see if it's ready. If it's ready, then I'll just go pick it up. Instead of going back to the yard and double back to pick it up later, I'll just pick it up now. Change my wiper blades, by the way. It's leaving a bunch of streaks on the glass. I've got some new blades in the sleeper. The plan was to do an oil change tomorrow on Sunday. That's when I normally change my wiper blades. We reached the milestone, y'all. But real quick, man, shout out to everybody who made this possible. Reached a major milestone. 250,000 subscribers, y'all. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. this is a journey I started just a little over 2 years ago. I believe 2 years and 3 months. And here we are, 250,000 subscribers, man. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, man, from the first subscriber to number 250K, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the support, all the love. You know, I'm just grateful for what I have going on. You know, when I go on some of these trucking channels and I read the comment section, it ain't like mine. So I'm grateful, man. You know, we don't really get trolls over here. We don't draw the negative crowd over here. And when I look back on the journey, there's one thing that I'm especially proud of. 250,000 subscribers, and I've never used a single word of profanity. That's an accomplishment. That's a milestone. Pat yourself on the back, Marv. You deserve it. You know, this is just a show that you ain't gotta be vulgar. You know, you ain't gotta be controversial. And to all you ladies out there, keep your clothes on. You ain't gotta sell yourself short to get views on social media. But I appreciate y'all, man. But let's roll, man. Let's get on down to Malden. Chilly outside, by the way. It's probably in the low 50s right now. It's been a while since I put a full load in the wagon, but I believe this is right around 42, maybe 43,000 pounds. truck sounds a lot different when it's loaded. Way station is closed. I don't know about y'all, man, but when I start seeing red light, I start dropping it. Saw a bunch of red light coming around the corner right there. And I don't like to wait till the last minute, especially when I'm loaded. To my sub who complained about the camera facing the dash, this is the best of both worlds right here. You know, you can see the dash, a little foot action, but you can also see the road. You know, you can also see a little shifting action while I'm going down the road. This camera right here is the best of both worlds, man. Nice looking large car there northbound. A nice KW. Pretty sure he got a radio in the truck, but it's probably off right now. You don't drive a truck like that and not have a radio. A couple of videos ago, I dropped a video where the driver was hogging the middle lane. You know, this guy right here, I can't be mad. You know, he's doing the speed limit. You know, ideally, you know, I like to do about 5 miles over the speed limit in middle lane, but can't be mad at him, man. He's doing 68 to 65. It is what it is. You know, but that guy was doing 55 and a 60 in the middle lane. Get out the way. Go on the right lane. And I saw a bunch of comments saying, hey, the reason why he was in the middle lane is because of traffic. You know, folks merging on the freeway, folks getting off the freeway. That's not the case right here, man. You know, these exits are 3-4 miles apart. Now I completely understand in a busy city, you know, a lot of trucks, we just ride the middle lane. You know, even if I'm going at or below the speed limit, you know, it's just safest to be in the middle lane. You know, but when it's wide open like this, you gotta get out the way, man. And if this guy didn't get out the way, like I said, I wouldn't be mad. You know, he was going above the speed limit. You know, I can't force somebody to speed, you know, just because I want to pass. Be safe now, driver. He's got a radio, but it's probably off. He just gave me the peace sign. Got back over right now. Now he's riding behind me. That's a driver with courtesy right there. So we're about to lose the right lane. Here it's just 2 lanes like into South Carolina, but it opens back up. was trying to get checked in, but apparently they just had a power outage. Their computers are down. So I gotta go get checked in on the other side. Apparently the computer's working on the other side. Huh? On the other side. Hello? Yeah, sorry man, I missed your call a couple of times. They have some issues going on over here. The computers are down. They had a power outage, so they gotta. There's a bunch of us who haven't been checked in yet, so I gotta go to the other side. I guess the computers are up on the other side. Okay. All right, no problem. I'll go to B gate.
Yeah, then you come back around and go back to A gate.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, nah. So yeah, we can't get checked in, man, because our computers are down. They had a power outage. But I'm on my way to the other side, and then once I get checked in over there, I'm gonna come back over here to the produce side. No problem. That was a broker calling me. So I believe B gate is right here on my right. That's where I gotta get checked in at.